Hello and welcome to our South African Super Animals Wetland edition. Oh gosh, the cat is going to knock something over. Okay. In South Africa, water is considered to be a scarce resource and much of it is polluted. So the wetlands help to protect the water supply and are of national importance. Let me move this before the cat knocks it over. Okay. So we will get started with, there are 12 cards in the wetland section. We only have 9 of them. So I'm going to go through the 3 that we don't have first. Right, so we have the Nile Crocodile. The Nile Crocodile has the strongest bite of all animals in the world. I'm pretty sure I've seen the crocodile, guys. You can hold the crocodile's mouth closed. It's the force of his bite that's the strongest. So he has a 5,000 psi in bite force. So the Nile crocodile can actually crush a tortoise shell. So they live anything between 50 to 60 years old. They weigh about 750 kgs, which is 1,653 pounds. And they can grow as long as 4 to 4.5 meters. That's quite big. And then they swim at a speed of 35 kilometers an hour, which is 21 miles. It's not too bad. You have to be a fast swimmer if you want to outswim a crocodile. So this is Henry. Born in the Okavango Delta in Botswana, Henry, the Nile crocodile, gained a reputation of being a man-eater, terrorizing the local tribespeople and eating several men and children. One of the tribes solicited the services of an elephant hunter known as Sir Henry, who the crocodile is named after, to kill him. But after capturing him in 1903, he was sentenced to a lifetime in captivity. Currently living in Crockworld, in Scotborough, KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. So if you ever decide to go on a holiday, I reckon you should take a trip to Crockworld. I've been there, I've seen him probably about 18 years ago when I last viewed Henry. He's 120 years old, 5 meters long, and he's quite a sight to see. Right, then there's the blue crane. I can't play you the sounds since I don't have the cards. The blue crane is the national bird of South Africa. They are indigenous to the country. They can live up to 15 years in the wild and up to about 30 in captivity. They have quite a difference in weight between the males and females. The males weigh up to 6.2 kgs, which is 13.6 pounds. And the females are 3.6 kgs, which is 7.9 pounds. And they have a wingspan of about 2 meters. And they are, I suppose when they measure the birds, it'll be from beak to end of tail. I assume their length is 120 centimeters. Okay, and they fly at a speed of 59 to 69 kilometers, which is 37 to 47 miles per hour. And then the next one we have is the African fish eagle, Africa's greatest raptor. They live anything between 12 to 24 years old. And they weigh 3.6 kgs, which is about 7.9 pounds. And their wingspan for the males is 2 meters and the females is 2.4 meters. And then they can fly at a speed of 32 kilometers an hour. 32 kilometers an hour is 20 miles an hour. Sorry, the cat is about to walk past the camera. Paisley, go that way, my darling. Nope, nope, yeah, there. Oh, right. So, now, no, you can't go there. You can go there. Ooh. Let's get started with the actual cards that we have. We'll start off with the hippopotamus. There's like a cat here floating around. Every year across Africa, hippos kill an estimated 500 people. So that makes them the world's deadliest mammal after humans and nearly twice as deadly as lions. Let me just move that. So we have the hippo. Can live up to 50 years old. I don't want to drop the card. They can live up to 50 years old. They weigh 1,490 to 1,800 kgs, which is around 3,100 to 3,900 pounds. And they stand as tall, measured in shoulder height, would be 1.5 meters. They, I suppose, would be quite long. I couldn't find the exact measurement, but anything between 1.5 to 2 meters. This card is actually incorrect because it says 500 centimeters. So I had to do some research because that seemed a bit odd for such a... Anyway, so, and then they can run on land up to 45 kilometers an hour, which is 28 miles. But they are number 2 on the vulnerability scale, which is quite sad. Let us swipe the card and see what they sound like. I'll do that again. Sometimes these cards play 2 different noises. So I'll be swiping them twice just to make sure. Our next one is the African jacana, also known as the lily trotter. The lily trotter is really cute. They have these huge feet with these nice webbed little toes. Not webbed. Oh, quite creepy if you look at it. You know, look like a horror movie. They're designed that way so that they can actually run across any floating debris or lilies or anything on top of the water, which makes them pretty fast. They can run at a speed of 80 kilometers an hour, which is like 49 miles an hour. They live up to 6.5 years, and they weigh about 0.26 of a kg, which is 0.57 of a pound. And they are 39 centimeters in length. The dad actually looks after the babies, and they climb up inside his, what do you call it? His feathers. They climb up inside him and all their legs hang out. So sometimes you'll see a lily trotter looking like it has about 8 legs. Meanwhile, it's just the dad carrying the babies. Let's hear what the lily trotter, or the African jacana, sounds like. The cat's coming to see what she can catch. Right, then we have the flamingo. Oh, meow. Hey, Paisley. The flamingo can live up to 30 years old. They are, they could weigh up to 4 kgs. No, but that is the flamingo, not the lesser flamingo. The lesser flamingo was about half of that. The card we have, though, is the actual flamingo. I don't know if it's, what other name it would be called. They have a length of 150 centimeters and can fly at a speed of 50 kilometers an hour, which is 31 miles an hour. They are not vulnerable. They are number 4 on the vulnerable scale, so they're pretty safe for now. I'm going to swap this one again because it made a different noise. Or not. It made a different noise the other day. Right, next we have the waterbuck. The waterbuck. An interesting fact about the flamingo. It says, where do they get their pink color? From the algae and the crustaceans diet that they consume. It contains pigments of carotenoids. So I know there was an ibis that also was red in color because he ate prawns or shrimps. Right, so we have the waterbuck. The waterbuck has this cool, I suppose it's like a target, like a circle stripe on his bum. And that, it said, the card says, it's a follow me sign. So I don't know if that's for the herd to follow behind mommy and daddy. Anyway, okay, so they can live up to 18 years old. They weigh 270 kgs, which is 595 pounds, and they are 235 centimeters tall. That would be shoulder height, not including their antlers. Males and females both have antlers, or do they? Let's see. No, I think that was the buffalo. No, females don't. Okay, so they run at a speed of 56 kilometers, which is 34 miles an hour. And they're number 4 on the vulnerability scale. Let's see what they sound like. Oh, Paisley, oh no, oh gosh. You're going to break things, my darling. I'll knock over my screen. Okay. The next one is the giant kingfisher. I'm trying to read off the card. Giant kingfisher can live up to 10 years old, and they weigh 0.4 of a kg, which is 0.88 of a pound. And they are measured at 48 centimeters long. That's quite big. They fly at a speed of 40 kilometers an hour, which is 25 miles an hour. And they are number 4 on the vulnerability scale. I'm going to swap the card and attract the cat again. And that is the giant kingfisher. And here she comes. It's nothing edible, my darling. Okay, our next one is the southern bulled ibis. They can live up to 15 years old. Now, in South Africa, we had just a regular ibis that we would call, there's hair floating everywhere, that we would call a hardy-dar. Ibis being their scientific name, obviously. They made such a cool sound. I really do miss it. I hope this one makes the same sound. I'm sure it does. Right, so this ibis, southern bald ibis, can weigh up to 2 kgs, which is 4.4 pounds. And they are 80 centimeters in length. They can fly up to 35 kilometers an hour, which is 22 miles an hour, but they are number 2 on the vulnerability scale, which is sad. Probably why I've never actually seen one. Yep, that's the sound. What's that? Okay. No, Paisley, no, don't go there. Oh, God. Don't do this. Right. So, it says here, they walk over burnt grasslands to pick up dead and alive insects. Then we have the brown-hooded kingfisher. The brown-hooded kingfisher can live up to 20 years old. Weighs 0.58 kgs. Oh, very different to its, I would say, brother. Here we have the brown-hooded, and here we have the giant kingfisher. So the brown-hooded kingfisher is about half the size of the giant one. So they weigh up to 0.58 of a kg, which is 1.27 pounds. And they measure in 23 centimeters in length. And they can fly up to 17 kilometers an hour, which is 10 miles an hour. And they're number 4 on the vulnerability scale, so they're pretty safe. I'm pretty sure I've seen one of these little guys. I've got birds. I've just got birds everywhere, Paisley, hey? Right. What is it? It's not me. Okay. Then we have, oh, I'm sorry, my darling, a yellow-billed duck. The yellow-billed duck can live up to 30 years old. They sleep in these big groups. I suppose many ducks do. And what was quite interesting about this duck is the ducks on the outside of the group, they sleep, only half of their brain sleeps, so that they can be alert to when a predator arrives, you know, and wake up everyone else. The females are generally smaller and paler than the males. So I said they live up to 30 years old, and they weigh 0.5 kgs, which is 1.1 pounds. And they measure 59 centimeters in length, and they can fly up to 50 kilometers an hour, which is 31 miles an hour. And they are number 4 on the vulnerability scale, so they're not too endangered. If you hear crunching, it's my cat eating food. And then also trying to inspect the duck sounds. Okay. No, don't, no. Paisley, oh my gosh. Ugh, it's safer for you to stay here. Okay, the next one, the last card is the buffalo. The buffalo can live up to 20 years old, and they weigh 800 kgs, which is 1,763 pounds. That is big. And they stand as tall as 1.4 meters. It's said to shoulder height, so yeah, they do have huge antlers, or whatever you call those, on their heads. What's really interesting about a buffalo is it has an amazing memory. It can remember hunters and predators that hunted it before. They can run at a speed of 55 kilometers an hour, which is 34 miles an hour. And they are number 4 on the vulnerability scale. So let me swipe this card. Oh, what's that? Sounds like a cow. Right. Oh no, you can't lie there. Oh gosh. Anyway, so that is the end of all the animals. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Put your notifications on so that you can be notified when we do the next one. The next book, or next video will be The Thicket. And we have a lot of interesting animals there. Cool. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye. One of the most productive ecosystems is the wetlands biome. They filter, clean, and store water. You may see them as the kidneys of our ecosystem. Freshwater biomes like wetlands are defined by their low salt concentration. This is usually less than 1% salt. Wetlands are home to enormous quantities of unique plants, flora, and wildlife. It may surprise you to discover that the wetland biome has more diversity than any other biome out there when it comes to animal life. There are plenty of animals that find this to be the perfect home for them. They benefit from the right climate, access to food, and the shelter they need for survival. Besides that, they protect coastlines, prevent flooding, and act as natural sponges that store water, releasing it slowly over time.